Hello beautiful friends, I am back today with another Christmas themed layout to share with you. Throughout the month of July, I love working on documenting my Christmas stories. And today I'm working with the Crepe Paper Hey Santa collection, which was released in 2020. The cut file that you saw me referencing there is an older one. It was a freebie from Kerri Bradford's studio. And off camera, to prepare for this page, I have taken one of the pattern papers from the collection, which has these hexagon shapes, and I have fussy cut a whole lot of those out, and I had a really clear picture in my mind of how I wanted this layout to look, which made it super easy to bring it together. I wanted to add a big bulk of patterned paper down on the bottom of the layout, and that's going to be where my title, which is that that cut file, that backed cut file that says Merry and Bright, will go. And I'm just using a strip of this peachy coloured polka dot paper just to cover up the seam, and I've taken that over to my sewing machine and added just a layer of stitching through that, and also a layer of stitching around the outside border of the page, and roughing up that strip with my fingers just to give it a little bit of extra texture and to add some dimension to the layout. So like I said, I had a really clear idea in my mind of what I wanted to do with this layout. So my plan was to have, I should mention that these hexagon pieces, I've cut some out from one of the 12 by 12 pattern papers and some from a piece that came from the 6 by 8 paper pad. So that's why you can see that I've got two different sizes there. So my plan was to just place them across the page. They're not going to fill that white space. I'm trying to make it look somewhat random, but I just wanted to use these to add, kind of like to create my own custom background, I guess you could say. So I do fuss around with it for a little bit because, like I said, I did want it to seem somewhat random. I didn't want to really think about getting things symmetrical. My photo will be going down over the top. So I started off placing the bigger pieces down first, and then I came in and added some of the smaller ones just to fill in some of the little gaps. So it's going to take me a little while here to place them down, but I wanted to make sure that I had them in a good place before I started adhering them down. So once I've got all those ready, I am going to use my tape, my ATG, with just adding a little bit of tape to the center to stick them all down. So I've edited that bit out because it was a little bit tedious. You didn't need to see me sticking all of those pieces down. But like I said, I've just added the tape just to the middle of each of those pieces so that they're not stuck down super flat onto the page. Now I'm bringing my photo in. This is a photo of my little girl Violet and I, and it was taken at Carols by Candlelight in 2019. Just a sweet little photo of her and I, and I wanted to just document how much I love sharing these traditions with her. It's the second time that we've been to Carols by Candlelight. Unfortunately, we didn't get to go last year in 2020 because mainly because of COVID, saw that cancelled. But it's really handy for us because it's just a short walk down the road to a park in our neighbourhood, which makes it a super easy and nice activity for us to do with our kids because we can bail out when they get tired. So I've added some foam tape behind my photo. I wanted to lift that up and give that a little bit of dimension off the page. There is also some foam behind my title, which off camera I have stuck down and added my journaling in strips beneath that. You've just seen me place that Holly Jolly sticker, which was from the sticker sheet, the 6x12 sticker sheet. I stuck that over the photo because there was a person that was there and it was really quite distracting. So I wanted to make sure that that was covered up, and that sticker does the job pretty perfectly. So before I stick my photo down this time, I am going to play around and figure out how I want to create some little embellishment clusters around the photo. Because I have added quite a bit of tape to the back of it, I didn't want to have to fuss around with pulling it back up if I decided that I wanted something else tucked underneath. So I've grabbed a couple of tag pieces. I think one of them came from, they may have both come from a fussy cut page, or they may have come from the ephemera pack. I'm not quite sure. I have everything that you could possibly purchase for this Hey Santa collection. I loved it so much that I purchased everything. And as you can see for this layout, obviously I am going for a beautiful pink theme. It is my favorite color. I love to scrapbook with pink, and particularly because in this photo I am wearing a pretty bright pink dress, it seemed super appropriate. So I'm just tucking these tags in behind my photo, and then off camera I have grabbed some twine and added some twine to the 2 punched holes in the tags. The one on the top left of the photo I have left hanging loose, and to the one to the bottom right of the photo I have just wrapped that around the top of the tag, just so that they're not both exactly the same. It helps to add, I feel like it helps to add just a little bit of visual interest to the page. So we're going to get stuck into some embellishing now. That little pink house, I really wanted to make it work on this page, but it didn't, I couldn't make it fit. I wanted to keep the design quite clean and fairly balanced, so there was really nowhere that that house could sit without throwing off the overall balance of the layout. I have got this red chipboard bow, which I've peeled a few layers of the backing off, and I have layered that over to the top left of my photo. And I had that little pink Santa sticker that I thought I would bring in, but what I end up doing is grabbing one of the papers, which has got a whole bunch of Santas on it, and I fussy cut a few of those out. So I really struggled a little bit with how to finish off the embellishing for this layout, and you'll see me, I'm flicking through the sticker sheet and I'm toying around with what I want to do, and I'll be honest, there was a little bit more fussing off camera, but I didn't even use the Santas, but I'm just going to leave it here with some enamel dots and keep it pretty clean and pretty simple, and something that I am super happy with. So that is it for this layout, nice and quick and simple. Of course, some close-up photos are coming at the end here. If you are new to my channel, I would love for you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that you can join me for all of my upcoming videos. If you've been around for a while, thank you as always so much for your support. I will leave it there and say thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.